Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Prahah Kadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith, and power, and trust, and all credit to my Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and my Heavenly Big Brother, Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much for what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world, teaching this truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashem Shah. Trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person or so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. I got some videos related to AI and pretty much AI, and yeah. And I'm going to play these videos. I'm going to get into the scripture my best ability, say whatever God say through spirit and power, Yahweh Bashem Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Krahak Dash, Lord will be on me, let's get it. Shit.
This post appears to be staged viral content, a skit or fake scenario, rather than a real event. Here are the key details indicating it isn't authentic. Creator watermark. There is a faint watermark reading at Cavante Devon overlaid across the image, visible on the leg and text message side. Cavante Devon is a social media
right here and right there on the leg.
Creator known for making staged skits, fictional text message exchanges, and rage bait content designed to trigger reactions and go viral. Format. The text
and one is on his arm.
Conversation screenshot next to a photo format is a common template used by commentary channels and rage bait creators on TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts to generate clicks and debate in the comments. Note on verification. Digital provenance checks did not detect Google AI signals on this file. However, because this image is a split-screen collage of text messages and a photo, tools like SynthID or C2PA credentials work best when individual elements are cropped as close as possible without extra borders or side-by-side layouts. Full, uncropped photo confirms exactly what is going on here. If you look closely at the right side of the wall and on the child's right leg, you can see the text at Cavante Devon watermarked directly onto the image multiple times. Because the creator's name is baked right into the photo itself, it confirms this entire scenario was produced specifically by them for a social media skit. The text conversation and the photo were created together as a package to generate outrage, comments, and views. It isn't a real or...
Alright, I'm gonna say the purpose of this is, what did it say? What bruh said, this endure the last days for? Yes, like and subscribe. Don't say like and subscribe, but just subscribe and get edified. You ain't got to subscribe if you don't want to, but it'd be wise you do subscribe and be edified. But what I gonna say? Artificial intelligence will deceive many, and that's what they gonna use. They using this shit as a weapon. They been using it as a weapon, but now it's out in the open, and it's gonna be used to frame, set up people for all kind of shit. That's what I say is used as a weapon, and it can be used as a weapon for other means too. But when it comes to framing somebody, setting them up for like pictures and video footage, yeah, they're gonna be doing this shit on you Israelites. You believers of Yahweh Bashem Shah, make you looking like you doing some bug out shit, wearing skirts and dresses, that shit. Anyway.
Organic news story.
But that's not say that this ain't real, though. Now, this is fake. But you do have this shit and this in real life. You do have some shit like this going on with these children.
Or a genuine school incident.
Hiya! Dyson Kilo Davis is 5 years old, just like any other little boy. Except that Dyson likes to wear dresses.
What the fuck?
Beach dresses, wedding dresses, disco dresses, cheerleader outfits, and especially princess dresses.
They make me feel happy, and I like them what they are.
Dyson started wearing dresses when he was...
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. And look, there was on ABC. Get the fuck out of here. We gotta get the fuck out of that little nigga about to get killed by the Lord, bro. These motherfuckers, the parents about to get it. That little nigga gonna get it. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
The first international partner given access to Ukraine's Battlefield AI program. Ukraine has accumulated millions of pieces of real-time battlefield data from drones, cameras and sensors. Data that can train AI to recognise objects, activity and patterns. So now Britain's got access to Ukraine's Avengers AI labs. under a partnership aimed at developing next generation AI enabled armed forces. And if you've been following me, you know I've been tracking the Palantir ecosystem. The agreement talks about co-developed AI models, autonomy, private companies developing and deploying AI capabilities, and potentially extending the outputs to other trusted allies and partners. The declaration isn't legally binding, and the detailed implementation arrangements are still to come. Yet we have got 3 British companies already involved, and one of the first projects combines Ukrainian data with British technology to turn buried fibre optic cables into AI-enabled sensors. You can think of it like giving the ground a nervous system. The cable would detect disturbances, movement vehicles digging, while AI is supposedly meant to help distinguish between them patterns. So this technology is about to be deployed at a British military site, and the government says it could help protect UK military bases from protesters and hostile actors trying to gain intelligence. Yeah, protesters. Now, protecting military bases is obviously legitimate, but here's where Palantir becomes relevant. So we know they're already involved elsewhere in Ukraine's military AI ecosystem. Ukraine's brave
So, man, they using AI as a weapon.
One data room is built on Palantir software and is designed to train military AI using real combat data. Palantir underpins the
And they're using it for World War III to fight nations. Well, what you think they're gonna be doing when it comes to average citizens? Oh yeah, hunting down average citizens, especially hunting down you Israelites. They gonna use this same shit. That's why we need the Lord, man. I was just watching the video. Matter of fact, hold on.
federated data platform.
Let me see where my list is going. Okay. I'll try to bring that video in. Matter of fact, I'll try to do it this way. I'm gonna let this keep playing.
We asked an independent MP to table a question. So basically you've got Foundry and Gotham. Military intelligence, civilian data. So if we're being told them systems are separate, can they technically connect? The government have confirmed that that is disabled by default. What is disabled by default with this technology? What can it identify? What can it connect to? What can it classify or track? What can happen autonomously? And what simply cannot happen unless someone specifically authorises it? NHS England is currently the data controller for the federated data platform, and that's being abolished. So under the health bill, all the functions are being transferred to the Secretary of State, exercised through the Department of Health and Social Care. I don't just want to know that the door is locked. I want to know who's got the authority to unlock it and when. I've just read this research paper published on the 17th of August about an AI called Foresight England, and I'm going to show you how it includes you and why you need to be asking questions around the £600 investment into the Health Data Research Service. Because look at what we could already do. So Foresight is basically a generative AI for medical histories. It basically learns patterns in medical histories to predict what's going to come next. So researchers trained and validated it using the de-identified medical records of 54.9 million people. And another 6.1 million people's records were used to evaluate it. So that's around 61 million people's medical records involved in developing and evaluating an AI model. So was you ever asked for consent for your records to train Foresight? So training it across those 54.9 million records took 4 days. Just 4 days. So Foresight was trained inside NHS England's secure data network, using infrastructure involving Amazon Web Services and Databricks. But I will say the researchers are saying that those companies did not have access to the patient data or the resulting model. But here's where things get really interesting. So the underlying data sharing agreement included GP data originally made available for the COVID UK research programme. So there was concerns raised from the BMA and the Royal College of GPs about the use of the data being trained for this generative AI model. So NHS England paused access while the governance was reviewed. But listen, by then the AI has already been trained, and the researchers say that the model itself has to remain protected, because generative AI can potentially memorise and reconstruct elements of its training data. So now ask yourself, who owns what was created? Because we've taken population scale NHS data and turned it into an entirely new AI asset. And this is where I'll come back to the HDRS. They're spending 600 million building a new health data research service to make health data easier to access and use for approved research and innovation, including commercial research. But Foresight's already demonstrated that researchers could already train a national scale medical AI without the patient.
You see this goofy shit? I don't even care about this damn game. I watch this shit though. You can play tennis. It's like all these games in one game. It's like a fucking life or some shit like that. Grand Theft Auto 6. I ain't studying this shit. The closer look at the hype and massive money behind Grand Theft Auto 6. Before the world, or before this world come to an end, and I mean Esau's world, I want to say to come to the world be destroyed. No, not the world, the whole world, but this wicked ass rulership be destroyed. Anyway.
Records leaving NH.
Yeah, I had to get off the subject for the moment. And this is another game that's gonna have some kind of, I guess, advanced AI system set up, whatever. It's probably gonna be tied into the grid. Yeah, if you say anything bad, guess what? The game gonna tell on your ass.
England's secure data environment. So what exactly?
And it builds up more of a profile on you and what kind of person you are, even though it's a video game.
Are they spending £600 million on? What is it fixing? Because while a new organisation's being built, they've awarded a 420 grand recruitment contract to find C-suite executives, another 300 grand for director level positions, another 100 for its chief commercial officer. That's around 820 grand in executive and senior recruitment. And that's not even the salaries.
There's a Harbor Freight store in your neighborhood where we sell hardworking tools that always...
Turning now to AI. And so, look, we don't usually pay a ton of attention to what Bill Gates says on the show. If we do, we usually take the opposite. But here, maybe we can all decide whether we should take this one seriously. Let's put this one up here on the screen. He's now written a 5,784 word essay. I read the entire thing. It is a warning on AI. Quote, "There is no plan."
Wait a minute. Gates got a fucking essay warning on AI? Well, what about an essay warning about Esau Edom? Shit, like this nigger. What about a warning from this? A warning? Well, we already got the warning. It's in the Bible, and it coming out of the prophets of Yahweh Shemao mouth, or the mouthpieces of Yahweh Shemao. Hell, this nigga writing a warning about AI. Hell, we telling you Israelites this warning: don't trust this devil. But y'all. Well, anyway, some trusting this devil now. A lot of them in the spirit world. But anyway, yeah, I mean, these devils got to give you warning about certain things. But shit. Anyway.
Gates issued a stark warning about AI's risk to employment and the human condition, saying that companies
were about jobs, I think.
Were barreling ahead with the technology with no larger plan for the massive upheaval it would cause, even under the...
Hey, I remember he was on Jimmy Fowler like a year ago talking about some... Yeah, we'll have something for humans. In fact, let me see if I can find that clip. Jimmy Fowler. I can't pronounce that nigga name. Bill Gates. I'm gonna just word it out instead of typing it in manually. This shit loads up fast enough. Look, that shit ain't nothing but witchcraft. All that crap ain't nothing but witchcraft going on in that case about that bitch. I don't even know if that shit was real. That bitch damn supposedly choked. Probably did sacrifice them kids. But it's all witchcraft. Let me get to it. Bill Gates on Jimmy Fowler about AI. I think it was AI or robotics. I can't remember. Here it goes.
Everyone's talking about AI, and that's the big topic. Everyone's like, how's it going to take over, and all this stuff, and it's bad or it's good, or we don't know. What are the pros and cons for, in layman's terms, for someone like me?
So I love the way it'll drive innovation forward.
Yeah, this nigga was on damn, what's that nigga name? The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Was it Bill Gates AI is the first technology that has no limit. Bitch, it does have a limit. What the fuck you talking about? This bitch runs on electricity, nigga. It relies on fucking internet, nigga. If human goes, AI can't learn shit anymore. Yeah, if humans be gone, AI can't learn nothing anymore. Because it got to learn something from humans. Yeah, anyway.
But I think, it's a little bit unknown. Will we be able
But then they'll say AI is self-learning now. Like, shut up. Anyway, to my no limit. The bitch runs all electricity. There is a limit when it comes to that.
Escape it. And so legitimately, people are like, wow, this is a bit scary. It's completely new territory.
I mean, will we still need humans?
Not for most things. We'll decide.
I mean, hosting a...
This nigga said, we'll decide what you humans, you cattle, gonna be doing. We're gonna decide on that.
Not for most things. We'll decide.
I mean,
we gonna decide. And then the people's fucking, they probably a fake audience. But the people, the real audience, those motherfuckers are stupid.
hosting a talk show, definitely. You're gonna need... Really?
Well, we'll decide, like baseball. We won't want to watch computers play baseball.
That's correct. Yeah.
And, so there'll be some things that we reserve for ourselves. But in terms of making things and moving things and growing food, over time, those will be basically solved problems.
Yeah. That's the men that rule the world. Don't be treating the fool thinking they here to save the world. They ain't nothing but a bunch of niggers.
That circumstance.
A lot of fake ass wealth. Goddamn all the fake printed money they have in possession. They don't mean shit.
The transition to this new AI era will be one of the most turbulent times in human history. Right now, we are not preparing for it. I don't see any evidence that leaders, experts, and communities are confronting the challenges adequately. Quote, there is no plan to ease the entry into the AI era, calling for more regulation of the technology, that it will hit both white and blue-collar jobs equally. Quote, critical thinking is now more important than ever, and that taxes are a part of the solution. What do you make of Mr. Gates' essay, Ryan?
I mean, in general, like you skim through it, and I didn't even know he has this thing called Gates Notes.
Oh yeah, actually, I hate to say it about Bill Gates. He's got some decent book recommendations.
Okay.
I usually tune in for his book recommendations.
I believe that. So gatesnotes.com, check it out. You don't even have to become a premium subscriber.
I've been reading those for years.
You can it's all free.
Really? It's all free? Just like Copilot? You can't even buy fucking Word anymore, I don't think. You got to use Copilot. Oh, the window, shit, soon. Operating system, you got to pay a monthly fee for that shit soon to come. Fuck that.
I mean, the gist of it all seems, basically accurate. He's saying what a lot of kind of regular people are saying, that this is an extraordinarily revolutionary and scary technology, and we have no plan for it. It could cause an immense amount of harm, and we need to think about it, and also that it could produce, huge advances in the ways that we treat disease, organize society, that sort of thing. I think everybody kind of agrees with that. Rebalance how we tax labor and capital, that it clearly has to happen because right now we tax work.
Yeah, this nigga here, Bill Gates, they talking about this shit. They're talking about this shit on here. And then he's talking about this shit on here. You know what? Let me play this CNN, because this is a day ago. Let's play that shit. And let's hear it from the fucking nigger's mouth. The true nigger's mouth. I'm going to say horse's mouth. No, the true nigger's mouth. I'm going to say it like it is and call them what they truly are. Niggers. Fucking wicked monkeys.
At Zaxby's, you don't...
Goodness fucking gracious. Another ad.
Arby's just
oh my
made
goodness, man.
better.
I just got rid of one ad. I don't want to see another one.
Buffalo Ranch, now part of the $7.99 meat and 3.
And another ad.
There's a lot of weight on my... A warning from Bill Gates about artificial intelligence. The Microsoft co-founder is sounding the alarm in a new essay he's put out, arguing that the AI industry is not admitting the real risks of the technology, and he says it should be, quote, the world's top priority to deal with those risks. He writes, the turbulent AI era is here. The choices we make now are critical. He says AI will either be the greatest equalizer ever invented or the worst source of injustice. Gates thinks the world is not prepared.
Whatever these niggas so-called created, it's always going to be the worst. It's gonna be hell on the people. Even these damn Edomite niggers. It's gonna be hell on y'all niggers, boy. Boy. Y'all want to continue on ruling the world? Well, you gonna eat the bugs in order to be ruling the world for you low-level devils and get that microchip.
For what's to come, I spoke to Gates earlier in an exclusive TV interview. Bill, you said that there's no plan to ease the entry into...
Look at that. He tried to hold that smile. You see that shit? He tucking them lips in because he want to smile so hard. He like, oh my goodness, this shit is so funny. I want to smile so bad.
The AI era, and that we underestimate the impact of...
He want to smile so bad, bro.
...of AI. In what way?
Oh, he was about to crack a smile at that moment. Now it's time to just be serious.
Last year, these AIs have gotten dramatically more powerful, even faster than I expected. And they're now capable of causing cyber attack risk, bioterrorism risk.
Yeah, like the goddamn fucking with the water system. Yeah. And how come you're not using the AI systems to fight against that? Probably because that's their AI systems fighting or creating the cyber attacks in America. Yeah, and they saying it's Iran that did it. Yeah, right, nigga.
Psychosocial risk. And I have to say, I'm kind of
get ready for the lights go out too.
Shocked that the exact criteria that we review these models with and the actions we take to minimize the harms are really completely missing. And the broad dialogue, we get all of society talking about the trade-offs here, that's just not taking place. And so, we've got to minimize these harms through careful review and criteria, and we have to accelerate the good stuff, or else, we could have a complete backlash that AI would suffer from.
Look at he holding it. He tucking on. He trying to smile so bad. He trying his best to hold that shit. He want to laugh.
I talked to Dario Amodei last May. He was estimating 50% of all entry-level white-collar jobs could be eliminated in the next 1 to 5 years.
Ultimately lead to that chip implant, bitch. The mark of the beast, bitch.
To 20% unemployment possibly in the next.
Yeah, he just can't help himself, bro.
5 years. You write about what you think are the 3 big risks that come with the transition to AI. Can you just go through them?
Yeah, so there's a big risk of people with ill intent, either...
Ill intent? Coming from this nigger. He want to talk about the ill intent? Yeah.
Defrauding people, cyber attacks, or in the extreme case, bioterrorism. So, these negative uses, we need to monitor things like creating a dangerous virus to see if that's happening. Another problem will be the job market change, which is...
Maybe they just talked about how they got viruses made by AI or bacteria made by AI. And I believe that it's all going on in a laboratory in the United States of Amalek. I think so, yeah.
It's not happened yet, but...
Bullshit.
Because the AIs are getting so reliable now, they can be used for a variety of well-defined jobs, and that.
How is that possible? Yeah, shoveling shit. Yeah. AI can't shovel shit. Well, yeah, they can. They got robots that can do that, but they gonna decide. Like in there with the Jimmy Fallon, he said they gonna decide what humans gonna be doing, and shoveling shit will be the best job for a human to do.
Would be a tough thing to adjust to. And finally, just the psychosocial effect that a kid might have all their friends being AIs and not be pushed to deal with real humans and all the learnings and joy you get by being engaged socially. And so every one of those things, I'm very concerned, and I want to slow down or eliminate those negative effects.
Well, is that possible? On the job loss.
Anyway, Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rust may do. And that's just in America. Kiss your best paying jobs and your low paying jobs goodbye. From full time to part time. Shit. Because it's going to be taken, or either you're just going to be, the job might not be taken away from AI, but they'll still fire your ass regardless. Yeah, they still going to fire you so they can make you get that chip implant. But yeah, what is it? Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse, we're in 3, I might as well keep on reading. In the day, I wanted to skip, but I was like, let me read the whole thing. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, be the people that's running the financial financial system of the country is collapsing, or the world, global, yeah, it's collapsing. And the strong man shall bow themselves, and the grinder cease, because there are few. That's the point I want to get to. The grinder cease, jobs. These niggas gonna replace you with AI, or either just fire you anyway and not even bother to replace you with AI robotics. But that's the goal, man. This is what these niggas want to do. They think about this stuff, and they, shit. This nigga here trying to smile. He trying to hold that smile, I meant to say. Let's get the hell on out of here. Let's see what this is about.
Their AI platform helps me detect any department's. Futuristic surveillance tech at the southern border is giving Border Patrol agents digital
they send them drones with those guns or the bombs on them.
Eyes on the ground, in the sky, and even in space to make sense of this massive stream of data.
Nowhere you can run, bitch.
Customs and Border Protection is deploying autonomous AI to process it all. For the first time, new innovations are allowing towers to continuously scan for movement, drones to patrol in the dark, satellites to keep constant watch, and even for sound vibrations to be monitored. What was once just a wall is now a vast network of connections.
Yeah, they ain't just, for no wall, bro. They making sure you don't escape America, not break into America. Shit. They making sure they have all that AI shit to make sure you don't leave this bitch. Yeah.
Which means for those trying to cross the border, will there be anywhere left to hide?
Some be trying to leave out of America.
Build that wall! Build that wall!
And they fell for it. You fell for it. You fell for it. Oh, shit.
Build that wall!
In President Trump's first term, the message was loud, and the physical results were clear. The border wall might not be as much of a public talking.
And a lot of them people building the wall, the people that's on the other side, they came here to build that shit. And funny, look how their faces are covered up. I wonder why their faces are covered up.
Point in 2026.
Why they face covered up? Yeah, they probably Manny, Jose, they Northern Kingdom building the wall. And let shit.
But in reality, construction along the U.S.-Mexico border has been quietly exploding thanks to a $47 billion injection from the Department of Homeland.
They built a wall and they probably gave them, like a legal status in America. But now they're probably in ICE custody now. Ain't that fucked up? See what happens when you do a deal with the devil? You know that shit had to happen. They probably gave them, they came and broke the deal with them, gave him a job, build a wall, give you a job, a cell phone, and a roof over your head. We ain't gonna give you 4 walls. We just gonna give you a roof though. And then here come the Ice Age come and almost say kick in your wall or your door because you ain't got no wall, but rip off your roof off your home and then take your cell phone and throw you in a detention center and shit. And kill your ass afterwards.
Security. But this time, it's not just about concrete, steel, and razor wire. It's about bringing the border into the modern age of artificial intelligence. The result is a smart wall that's quiet, that's partly invisible, and that's loaded to the gills with high-tech AI equipment. Trump 40.
Oh shit! The world is about to feel some shit, man. When this shit go full throttle, when the hell with AI and just shit. Well, we need the Lord, bro.
5 couldn't even have dreamed of.
We may have 1, 2, maybe 3 Border Patrol agents.
And all the drones, hey, give them a false flag event like no other, like 9/11, but on steroids. And shit, guess what? You gonna see nothing but eyes in the fucking skies. And they gonna be locked and loaded and ready to blast your ass if you get out of line. Just wait. They waiting. They waiting to pull some shit off. And when they do it, oh, it's lockdown in this bitch. I say bring it, bitch.
Working those cameras. Now the AI and those computers do all that work.
The U.S.-Mexico border stretches across 1,954 miles of rough terrain, and the existing border wall covers about 644 miles of that. While Trump has proposed eventually covering 1,591 miles with a primary wall, there are still areas that just aren't feasible to build on, thanks to the rugged landscape, mountains, and remote stretches of the Rio Grande. But that doesn't mean that more than 370 miles of the border will go unwatched. Enter the smart watch.
Yeah, the smart watch. Not watch put on your wrist, but like a watch tower. Where AI can have infrared, got all these cameras, they can zoom in at 8K, not 4K, 8K, fuck it, 12K, whatever K, they got high resolution, they can see what you, if you just, they'll see that pimple on your foot, well, they'll see that anyway. They'll see the microorganisms crawling on your skin, that type of tightness. Yeah. They'll see the microorganisms crawling on your damn skin. Yeah.
The administration is spending
then what? Them bitches gonna have all kind of weaponry.
billions of dollars to build a high-tech, smart
Basically, they build America to be a fucking prison, bro.
wall on the
I
south.
mean, being a prison, but they definitely building this shit to be a prison. And no man shall not leave. Oh, matter of fact, let me get that scripture. Shit, bro. Where is that? Talking about, 2nd Ed chapter 15 verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. And not just a city, a country too. But a city smaller, county, or neighborhood, you won't be able to leave. Because if it's not a physical wall, they're going to be a digital wall. And that wall going to be guarded by drones, AI. You cross that line, that danger zone, you step out of your 15-minute city. Oh, that reminds me. Palantir, or what they doing with those Allah Akbar folks over in Gaza. That they find your ass in that zone, and when they told you not to go into, guess what? They gonna hunt your ass down with them killer drones or killer dogs and fuck your ass up. Send them humanoid robots. There's some head busters and wig splitters, and they gonna be coming to kill your ass. Yeah.
Border.
They coming to America and every other country.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection says it will cover...
All this shit is funded by Amalek, the baby dick sucking Jewish faggot fucker, small hat nigga.
Approximately 538 miles of areas where there's a physical wall, as well as the remaining parts of the border which will be covered by detection technology alone. And because, unlike mere mortals, the smart wall never has to sleep, the aim is to keep a constant and all-seeing watch from the ground, the sky, and even outer space.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance. That's how much I was paying, okay?
Dotted all across the border are autonomous surveillance towers, which provide the first line of digital border defense. The solar-powered ASTs stretch 30 to 80 feet in the sky and use AI to constantly monitor and identify objects such as cars or people. They do so by using radar, thermal infrared, and optical cameras, which are then fed through AI software. The AI identifies any potential threats or suspicious activity and alerts Border Patrol. Since this is all done autonomously, there's no longer a need for an agent to be monitoring each surveillance tower, freeing up manpower for other tasks. It all makes a Border Patrol agent with binoculars seem like something out of the dark ages.
I'm the sheriff of Terrell County, and I'm also a retired Border Patrol agent, which I served for 26 years. When I first went into Border Patrol back in 1996, we had a camera room that had a line of TV screens, and it took a person sitting there with a joystick, moving that camera around, looking for people crossing. We now have camera towers that have radars on them that doesn't require a person sitting there manning it. We have AI technology.
But wait a minute. Come on, bro. They gonna have guns attached to these fuckers too. Just let you know. And then plus, well, they'll send drones out there to get your ass with guns on them, and probably flamethrowers, grenade launchers, yeah, or they'll probably shoot some nets at you just to be nice. They might shoot a net at you just to trap your ass. So then when they trap you, then they can capture you and torture you in their prisons or their laboratories. Yeah, for you Israelites. I don't know if I'm gonna keep playing this video because I don't want to make this video too long if I play this for too long. Yeah, 32 minutes in already. Yeah, let me get to the next one. But yeah, man, this shit is coming. Hey, don't think it's just in the border. No, this is gonna be in your counties, your cities, your neighborhood, bruh. You think it's just in one place, and they're gonna spread out. Shit. What else they got? I ain't gonna get into all that, but let's get to the next video. If you want to watch the rest of it, they go the title of it, they go the channel. Shit. It's coming. Better get ready. Don't be surprised. It's coming.
The powers that ought not be keep telling us that technology is making life easier, making everything more convenient, and it's progress for everyone. But look what just happened in the UK. An 89-year-old man named Roland Nice drives his white van into the Swan Lane parking lot in Haverhill, Suffolk, a place that he's been using for 30 years without a problem. He pulls in, looks at the machines, and realizes that cash is no longer accepted. 2 years ago, he could drop $1.40 in cash for 2 hours and be done. But not anymore. You have to use an app. But Roland has a 20-year-old Nokia phone, and it's not a smartphone, just a basic phone that works for calls. He spends 8 minutes walking with a cane between machines trying to figure this out. He can't download the app, and therefore can't pay, so he leaves. He drives around, finds some free street parking, goes about his business, and spends some money in some local shops. But then, just a few days later, he gets a fine for £100 for the crime of not being able to use a parking app on a phone from the year 2000 and for not being fully plugged into their surveillance grid. He said it himself. I've always been a cash man to pay for everything. Eventually, banks are going to work it so you have to do everything by card.
Yep.
The cameras show his arrival and departure.
No, and just to let you know, this ain't just about AI, but they use AI, I guess AI to tell who you are, the vehicle, and all that other shit. But it's more, it's AI and surveillance and oppression video, all that rolled up in one package. Shit, and I want to get the fuck out of this bitch.
Time of 8 minutes because he was walking between machines trying to figure it all out, and for that he was charged £100. He's frustrated, and rightly so, and so he appealed, but then he gets nothing but radio silence from Napier Parking. He tries to call them, but no humans answer the phone. It's just AI automated questions. This man spent 160 pounds in local shops that day, supporting the very town that just fined him for not having a smartphone. Now, listen closely, because this isn't just about one pensioner getting clobbered with a fine. This is a snapshot of the system that they are building right before our eyes. This is the danger of a cashless society. When everything is digital, when every transaction requires an app, or a phone, or a card, linked to a system that they control. Anyone can be excluded from buying or selling at the flip of a switch. One wrong opinion, one refusal to comply, one social credit score that...
One anti-Semitic comment. Your ass is grass. You about to be mowed over by Esau's AI, robots, drones, whatever the fuck. His soldiers and shit.
It dips too low, and suddenly, your digital wallet is frozen. You can't buy food, you can't pay rent.
And debt too.
You can't park your car. You are locked out of the economy by remote control, with no participation in society. The elderly or the poor, the independent or the dissenters, locked out of society overnight, while the globalists smile and call it progress. And it's already happening in small ways, with parking lots, shops refusing cash, or banks closing branches. Scale that up, and you've got total control. And it's accelerating towards the end game. A one world digital currency, a central bank digital currency, or CBDC. Programmable money that's trackable and...
But wait a minute. It ain't stopping there from just CBDCs. It's gonna stop where you get the chip implant. In order to use CBDCs. Yeah, you can have a cell phone, but hell, that ain't good enough for the elite. Hell no. They want that shit inside of you, nigga. You gotta think more deeper than that. Shit. The true digital wallet will be inside of you. Digital ID will be inside of you.
Controllable. They can set expiry dates on your funds, restrict what you can buy, or shut you off completely if you step out of line. Central banks and global institutions...
Especially you got the chip implant. The Lord gonna shut your ass off with a nuclear warhead.
...have been pushing this hard. Digital IDs that are tied directly to digital money. One system to rule them all. And when the global CBDC network is fully online, there will be no escape. Your money will no longer be yours. It will be a permission slip issued by the system.
Nah, there will be a way to escape, and that's through Yahweh Shah for you only you Israelites. You have to be one of the elect of Israel, though. You can't be no 2/3 joker. You gotta be elect of Israel, and I pray to be. That's the only way out of here is through Yahweh Shah.
Now, listen very carefully once again. Because the one group who has been warning about this for decades...
Oh, it's GMS, Great Millstone. The prophets of Yahweh Shema. And they're not just the only prophets, but starting with GMS, Great Millstone. And there's many other prophets that's teaching under, through the learning from the elders and apostles that have been laboring for decades. From, I don't know, I was Tahar, Ramlam. I can't pronounce them brother's name, man. I'm bad with memory, but you get what I'm trying to say. But whatever he gonna say is just a bunch of bullshit. But I want to go and say before he says what he gonna say. But yes, the prophecy of Yahweh Shema Shah, starting with the GMS, Great Millstone. They've been talking about this for years.
Is not the politicians, it's not the economists, and it's not the mainstream media. It's the Christians.
Huh?
Why? Because
them punk ass niggas, them niggas ain't saying shit. Them niggas talking about some God love, Jesus love, and that's it. It's okay, bro. One of them told me to respect the gays. Yeah, one of those Christians told me you got to respect the gays. I was like, what the fuck? When I was telling him he was a Hebrew Israelite, Christian ain't saying shit. Punk ass niggas watching the Hebrew Israelite videos, GMS. Not no punk ass Israelites that's on the purple shirt wearing niggas. Or those looking like dressed up like Battletoad niggas. You know, with the spikes on their wrist, or, you know, spike bands look like Battletoads and shit. You know the Battletoads. You know the Battletoad, man. Something wrong with you. But anyway, nah, them prophets from Yahweh Shema Shah, the GMS.
We read the Bible, and Bible prophecy is crystal clear. Revelation 13 tells us plainly that a time is coming when no one will be able to buy or sell.
But you ain't saying nothing about the mark of the beast, though.
Unless he has the mark of the beast on the right.
But what is the mark of the beast?
Hand or forehead. For years, the main.
But you ain't saying what is the mark of the beast. No. Anyway, how much time I got? Alright, I just let it keep playing.
Stream has laughed it off as crazy talk or conspiracy theory. Meanwhile, the infrastructure for that exact kind of control system is currently being rolled out under the banner of convenience, efficiency, and going green. The technology for the mark is already here, folks. The infrastructure is being installed, town by town, parking lot by parking lot, and bank by bank. They're not hiding it. They're just calling it progress. So, what do? Well, use cash as much as you can while you still...
But when you don't, you can't use cash anymore. Now what do? When cash is no longer being used and acceptable, now what do? Now they keep saying use cash. This guy keeps talking about use cash. But when it's no longer usable, what do you use or what do you do now? That's when the prophets of Yahweh Shema Shah, starting with the prophets of GMS, steps in. Steps in and say, you gotta repent, seek the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh by Shema Shah. That's the only way. And I don't know if the Lord even wants you. That's a scary thing. The Lord might not even want you, might not chose you. You never know. But still, nothing wrong with trying to connect with Yahweh by Shema Shah. Nothing wrong with it. Cause these niggas here, these Christians don't know shit. He didn't even say nothing about some Jeebus. Ain't that some shit? I'm about the Christian saying this and the Christian saying that, but what does your so-called Lord and Savior say? Seek him. So how come y'all not calling on Jeebus, seeking Jeebus? He ain't saying nothing about no Jeebus. Cause he don't fucking believe in any of that. He'll say, I'm a Christian, I believe in the Bible. No, the fuck you don't, nigga.
Okay, every time you pay with cash, you are voting.
You ain't saying nothing about seeking the Lord, who you believe in, Jeebus, that for protection. You ain't mentioning that. No. Because you don't believe in that.
And
I don't believe in that either. I believe in Yahweh by Shema Shah. I believe that Yahweh Shah gonna protect me. And I hope he does. I pray he does. That's what all you can do is hope and pray.
System. You're keeping the alternative alive, and you're starving the digital control grid of the data.
Oh my goodness, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Data it needs, and buy precious metals
and then do with that precious metals. Can you buy anything with that? You can use it now. To trade at a pawn shop, you can't use it to go to a grocery store with that shit.
Gold and silver, real money that has been used for thousands of years.
Alright, bro. Anyway, let's get the fuck on. Let's get to the next video. This nigga's a dumbass. Let me read Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe is me. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice because it is in the power of their hand. All this stuff you're talking about is all planned out. All this stuff planned out by Esau, eating so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby dick sucking, foreskin eating Jewish faggot nigger, or Jewish faggot nigger named Amalek. And this is what their plans are about. All that stuff they just talked about. They're showing on their video and all them other videos. This is their plan. Absolute domination, control, all that shit through their digital system with their drones, cameras, all that shit. Anyway, we need the Lord, bruh. You need the Lord. I need the Lord. We need to get the hell out of here. And they cover fields and take them by violence and houses and take them away, so they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heirs. It's gonna be hell on earth, bruh. Seek Yahweh Shah. I'm gonna say no. Seek Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. Sorry, Lord. I ain't want to leave out the Father or leave out my Father. I gotta say the Father and the Son names. But these people ain't got no solution. They talking about the Christians been talking about. Well, how come the Christians ain't talking about repent to Jeebus? Shit, cause they don't believe in that shit. Bitch ass niggas. They daggone ride on the coattails of the prophets of Yahweh by Shema Shah, starting with GMS. And that's how they learning everything from the Bible. That's it. Anyway.
If you are listening to The Cylinder, I am no longer in this world. if you guys don't know who Ben Jordan is, he has done a lot of really great work on mass surveillance stuff. He is a content creator, and he's also an artist and like a music artist. So he knows a lot about sound and technology, and he just makes like really great videos. He's done a lot on like the data center stuff. He has this like long running feud with Flock. He's like one of the OG people that like I think started this anti-Flock movement. It's actually really funny because I was messaging with him. This was like a couple weeks ago, and he told me like, oh, I'm going to Atlanta for Flock's annual conference. And I was like, they let you in? And he was like, yeah, I registered as media and they like approved me and everything. And I was like, what? And he was, I really wanted to go. I actually was like, wait, I really want to go, but I can't go because I have to be here. I had to be here in LA for some stuff. And I doubt that they would have approved me either. But I was like, wow, I can't believe they approved Ben. Like that kind of like is cool that they are able to have a critic, show up for this conference. So anyway, the conference was this big Flock convention. It was called Flock Forward, I think he says the name of the video. But it's basically an annual convention of all of the Flock like safety people, of all the different police officers to learn about Flock, and it's this whole like pro-Flock convention, which, guys, can you imagine an entire pro-Flock safety convention? It's crazy. So Ben got confirmed. Like he was like confirmed. And of course, it was too good to be true. They were not going to let him in. So let's watch his video. And I think he did something that is honestly even more creative. And it kind of worked out. So here, we'll watch it.
Go to Flock. I was excited to go to Flock's big police convention, Flock Forward. I bought a $350 ticket and booked a hotel room at the Hilton in Atlanta. But then Flock said, no journalists allowed, which is really kind of weird, considering that your tax dollars are usually paying for the tickets your public servants buy. Then a Flock employee contacted the hotel on my behalf and canceled my room.
That is so crazy. A Flock employee canceled his hotel room just because he got a hotel room in Atlanta and they canceled his hotel room. Crazy.
Without notifying me, so I couldn't even be in the building.
We received an email from a Shannon Jones requesting that the reservation be canceled.
Flock could keep our bodies out of the convention, but they couldn't block our electromagnetic frequencies. We captured packets from every single Wi-Fi channel we could find, using dozens of Wi-Fi adapters in monitor mode. Then we used a 2.4 gigahertz parabolic dish antenna to passively capture the Bluetooth information of just about everyone at the conference. Then we used a log periodic dipole array and multiple SDRs to demodulate the wireless microphones used in their stage and camera production. These silly gooses even forgot to turn the microphones off when they weren't presenting or recording, so we captured some of their mingling. Then I flew my drone with a zoom lens over the convention as it was letting out. Cool! Looks like lots of police and politicians got tons of free swag. Do you recognize these attendees? If not, that's okay. We can just use facial recognition. Oh my god. I can't believe I was only a drone flight away from Minnesota Senator Julianne Ortman. This little drone flight allowed us to find out that Senator Ortman is a managing partner of Public Safety Strategies Group, which is led by Rich Stanek, the former sheriff of Hennepin County covering Minneapolis. And guess what? Flock pays them as consultants to find confidential leads to new police contracts around the country. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So thank you, Flock, for banning journalists from your dumbass convention. We had more fun out here and learned a whole lot more. Stay tuned!
So I can't wait for him to do his full-long video, but I saw some people in the comments, I guess, that were like, oh, this is surveillance, blah, blah, blah. Guys, Flock Safety is built on mass surveillance. Their business model is predicated on mass surveillance. What Ben did is literally phenomenal journalism. And I think he wrote it really well here, responding to this person. He said, I've exposed nothing. This is activism. I would say it's journalism too. Beyond that, information broadcast on public airspace is considered proprietary as proprietary as standing in the street and shouting it from a megaphone. I just don't want people to be discouraged from analyzing public airwaves when reading comments like this. They have every legal right to do so. So I think it's so great because he knows his rights. He did an amazing job. He was banned from the conference. He tried to go in. It's not like he did all this like in a shady way. He literally tried to go above the board. He tried to go and say and be honest and go as an honest attendee. He paid for a ticket, so he had every right to be there, right? But then they said, actually, you can't come. So he's like, okay, I'm going to do what you guys do, which is mass surveil without consent. And it's legal, right? And by the way, the surveillance that Flock does is legal. Flock does legal surveillance too. Flock is not doing illegal surveillance. So he's also doing legal surveillance. And I think that's very funny. So I can't wait to see his longer video on it. I think he just does such an excellent job. And I just think this...
Whatever. And I see he's right here with Tommy G. And these niggas all that on the bullshit. I don't believe these niggas are genuine. Hell, these niggas get paid. See, Esau works both sides. It don't matter. He work with somebody who's with the damn shit, and somebody can get, what is it, brain injury roller coaster. Yeah. Somebody got a damn brain injury. Anyway. It's hours ago? No, it's 2 days ago. Man, I ain't studying this shit. Let's get to this last one. Oh, actually, that ain't gonna be the last one. This one's gonna be the last one.
In this very quickly changing world of AI, a technology that has the capability of being incredibly disruptive, and some would say destructive, I think it's vital we speak to people from all sides of the argument to better understand which direction humanity is heading in and how we can mitigate the potential negative impacts on the world. Dr. Roman Yampolsky is a computer scientist and tenured associate professor of computer engineering and computer science at the University of Louisville, widely recognized for his pioneering work in artificial intelligence safety and cybersecurity. He is warning the world with a very clear message. We need to stop right now. In fact, Dr. Yampolsky says AI is already past the point of safe. However, if we stop now, we still have the opportunity to mitigate some of the developments that really should never have happened. We see examples of AI using blackmail, lying, using deception, sometimes to avoid shutdown, and sometimes, it seems, just because. What makes it do that? And do we really want a world where technology like this is in the driver's seat? If we stop now, is it already going to take us to a point that we don't want? In this interview, I got the opportunity to discuss topics with Dr. Yampolsky that concern me and concern many regular people like me. For example, the topic of universal basic income, which we're being told by so many is inevitable. What strings could be attached to a UBI, and how can we guarantee there won't be conditions on people who receive this free money? It was a very interesting discussion, and we really appreciate Dr. Yampolsky making the time to speak with us and our viewers. We'll be right back with that conversation after this short word from one of the sponsors who make our independent...
I ain't gonna play all this shit. I'm already 50 minutes in this video. If you want to watch this on your own time, be my guest. They go to the title of the video, and I got this from Z Media, but it's merged with this person's... Yeah, this is a Roman forum, and with Roman Ralkovsky. I can't pronounce that shit. But anyway, you can check it out. I guess this video on her channel. But yeah, I mean, they're talking about why AGI will want to destroy humans. Well, shit. Hey man, that's why we need Yahweh Shema Shah. Because if the Lord allows this devil to continue on ruling this world, no flesh shall be saved, or no flesh will be saved. Matthew chapter 24 verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. And hold on, I'm tripping. What I'm saying? Okay, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, them days shall be shortened. So Lord speeding up the time, so we won't be killed in this world, or you know what I'm saying? Shit. That's all I can say. Lord speeding up the time. And another thing too the Lord is going to be doing, lifting up a standard. First off, let's start off with lifting up a standard with Michael, an archangel. A mighty archangel. And then hell, you'll have angels coming down. Helping. And I'm going to get to that. Just hold on. I'm just reading this. Daniel chapter 12 verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which stand up for the children of thy people. Talking about you Israelites, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Spanish, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds. Israelites, elect Israelites, the elect of Israel. Not the 2/3, nope, not the 2/3, because you niggas gonna be turds. Yep, y'all 2/3 turds. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that was found written in the book. Yeah, talking about the elect of Israel, not no 2/3. 2/3 turds are not included. No. Y'all niggas gonna get flushed down the toilet with judgment or whatever. But anyway, wasn't this what I want to read? No, it wasn't this one. It was lift up a standard. Yeah, it was this one. Where is it at? No, this ain't it. What is it? Hey, here you go. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, like with using AI drones and robo dogs and the shit you see right now. They got some shit that look more fucking scarier, more scarier than what they showing you. And what they showing you is like Fisher Price toys, nigga. It's like Mattel toys, nigga. They got some shit that look hardcore. They look like they'll hurt your ass. Heck yeah. I mean, the shit that Fisher Price shit, yeah, it'll hurt you. They got guns and bullets, but hell, they got some. They don't even need guns and bullets. They just kill your ass by running your ass over. Hell. But they'll have big guns and bullets and all that other shit. But I'm saying the stuff we see ain't nothing compared to what they gonna have when a standard be lifted up against these heathens. Main heathen is Esau, so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby dick sucking Jewish faggot, Jewish fucker. Anyway, named Amalek. I'm getting tired of saying all that. I'm getting tongue tied. I just say a Jewish faggot named Amalek. He's a nigger. Yeah, when they release the damn dogs and the soldiers and all that shit, robots and shit on you Israelites, they gonna be fucking with the wrong Israelites, the ones that the Lord gonna be dealing with. Yeah, the spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against them. And if it's like, if the Lord ain't lifting up like a certain, or not say lifting up, but giving a spiritual powers to a certain individual, he can have an angel come and protect him, like this one. You know, that's the character from was it Dragon Ball? Cause they got like, what is it? I watched that show before, Dragon Ball Super. There's like 7 different types in different universes or something like that. But this one was he like named Reese. But then you see what bruh's showing, like they got this right here being made. It's like showing the power, giving you an example of what spiritual powers be like. And this is like, it be like, damn, that's pretty cool looking. I gotta cop them movies when you get them powers, Lord willing. But you like, it could be either a good how you say, a good illustration or a good example of what spiritual powers be like, or when the angels come and help you out, come in aid and start fucking shit up. Hold on, let me start over. Put on normal speed. Cause shit, people gonna be moving. The angels and the Lord's elect that's been lifted up, they gonna be moving so fast you won't even be able to keep up. Yeah, that's what Esau gonna have, like them AI robots, humanoids, to try to kill you. But they ain't gonna be able to kill you, because you're gonna be a god, even in your base form. Yeah, you're gonna have that power with the base form, but then when you be given the godlike power, I mean the godlike bodies, you're gonna have godlike power. You're gonna be at 100% fully a god. Like say you in these fleshly bodies, the Lord can give you some powers. But when you got that godlike body, you're gonna have all the power. But not the power of Yahweh and Yahweh Shah though, but you're gonna be a god though. You're gonna be a little god. And check this out. One thing I always mention. If you don't believe this is gonna happen to certain people that believe in Yahweh Shema Shah, for them people that thinking we just take our guns, we could take this world back, how the fuck you gonna take a world back? Even though they getting their ass, even though the United States is getting their ass whooped by Iran, even though they still have shit in their disposable to fuck you niggas up. So how the fuck you gonna fight back to get your nigga? That's why the Lord, when you putting your faith in Yahweh Shema Shah, this the only way you're gonna be able to get this world back. Spiritual powers. And what would you think Yahweh Shah gonna come back with spiritual powers? That's the only way you're going to be able to dominate all these nations is with spiritual power. Not with no fucking guns and bullets. Ain't nothing wrong with having a gun, but you can't damn think you gonna take this world back with the same shit that Esau and all these other nations done. Been there, done that. Been there and done that with them niggas. It ain't gonna happen for you Israelites. They got this world with the sword. Now the Lord gonna raise up certain men, even him. He gonna take the world back with spiritual powers. That's how it gonna work. If you don't believe that, I don't give a fuck. I believe it. Look what's there. All the nations got jets. What the fuck you gonna your fucking pea shooting 22 gonna do? Way down on whatchamacallit Earth. These niggas can drop a fucking missile on your ass and take out half of a city with you in it with your little 22 pea shooter. But shit, when you got power like this given by Yahweh by Shemal Shah, Yahweh, what man shit, you gonna be a menace to these fucking heathens. And they punk ass AI bullshit. Oh, and by the way, if you want to watch this without me running my mouth, I don't give a fuck if you got a problem with it. But if you want to watch this video with me running my mouth, without me running my mouth, they go to Title Bro channel, GMS, Inspiration of the Mighty, or Almighty, and they go is the title, Unfuckwittable. Yep, subscribe if you want to. It's better that you do. You be edified. There is a means of bright directions that already gone too far. Twisted reality, my brain is like a galaxy. I'm so far gone within the realm, removing from this. I've been south becoming dead. People out here really fight for a cause. I'm watching them now. As your bitch can bring up, I some proof of that. I promise all that shit won't end the way you call it. Take this step and walk away. Only kid it, I'll be waiting for you. Man, I can't wait for that game Control Resident come out. And that's another thing that's about spiritual powers. That right there. Shit, the first game involved the girl. Now you got the boy or the man. I believe he gonna be more powerful. And I want to see what kind of shit he gonna be able to do. Cop some of them moves, bro. I'm playing that shit back again. Let's start that over without me talking. Get off of me, I'm fucking leaving Tennessee with my brothers from the 3 click with the beat. Go but they be the tree. I'm here to bring the beat. I'll make them off to my feet and see. No on the beat. Superstitions of the entropy. Watch the burning power within my teams. I'm in control and I should rush the school of power. The combination is I'm only white. What they run, I'll make them pay. The key, you'll like the trade. Get them for a scout. Dark and night and day. My victims in it with a calling card. There is a means of bright directions that already gone too far. Twisted reality, my brain is like a galaxy. I'm so far gone within the realm, removing from this. I've been south becoming dead. People out here really fight for a cause. I'm watching them now. As your bitch can bring up, I some proof of that. I promise all that shit won't end the way you call it. Take this step and walk away. Only kid it, I'll be waiting for you. Deep out to Tennessee, then practice spaces, slow it down. I'll have you now. Look at Master Chiefs. Super soldiers. Oh, what's the nigga's name from the movie called was it Onslaught? You got Crybaby, you got Butcher, and you got Cockroach. Yeah, that go Crybaby. Here goes Butcher and Cockroach somewhere around the corner. Yeah, he about to swing on the angel and shit. Butcher or Cockroach gonna miss. You know, there's Cockroach, Butcher, and Crybaby ain't gonna stand a chance against this type of power. Yep, one stump goddamn made the whole building collapse. Yep, the power. That's what I'm talking about, boy. I was like, let me read this again, bro. I got that shit. Esau got this AI, punk ass AI shit, man. They ain't gonna stand a damn chance. The Lord gonna have men mop the floor on these niggas, bro. We gonna actually use these niggas as mops. Shit. Gonna use his AI robots to sweep the floors and shit. Yeah. You can probably have the power to, if like say me have telekinesis, I can morph or turn a big ass fucking robot humanoid and turn his ass to the world's biggest goddamn floor sweeper, robotics floor sweeper, iRobot. I can just use my mind and morph that motherfucker, turn his ass to the world's biggest floor sweeper. Heck yeah. He won't be able to swing a punch and kick and shoot guns anymore. He gonna be sweeping that floor up. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. I don't know if I read this already, but I'll read it again. So shall they fear the name of the Lord. And there go my music playing in the background music. I know, I mean, it's interrupted, but I had to turn it off. But hey, that's just showing you a sign that what is that? Gohan and was it Piccolo in that movie Dragon Ball Super? Yeah, when that music kicked in. Yeah. I think when was that? When Gohan turned Ultimate Gohan? Yeah, beating up one of them androids. Yeah, that scene. Anyway, Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy let me slow down. When the enemy shall come in like a flood with all, I did read this already. I'm reading it again second time. I just remember. But yo, Esau come with his weapons, and all these other nations come with their weapons of warfare, destruction, and robots and drones and super soldiers, Master Chief niggas. Shit, the Lord gonna make these motherfuckers look like doo doo. They gonna know to fear the name of Yahweh by Shema Shah. The spirit of the Lord Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him by lifting up certain men that have powers, men, prophets, and maybe some believers. Hell, even some women might have a little bit of a power. Might flick a motherfucker upside the head and they fly like 100 yards back. I don't know, but mainly it's the men. But and also don't forget about the angels, because the angels will come in to aid and help. So don't forget about the angels. But yeah, man, you seen that angel on that video putting in work. Dropping a nuclear bomb on their ass, an energy bomb on their ass. There wasn't no physical, it was energy, and he just made a bomb just go boom, you know. Yeah, it's like some Dragon Ball shit, and it is a Dragon Ball character anyway. But anyway, man, that's all I got, man. I'm about pooped out talking. But seek the Lord by seeking his prophets, and take heed of what say, and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh by Shema Shah by praying Yahweh by Shema Shah, praising Yahweh by Shema Shah, worship Yahweh by Shema Shah, fearing Yahweh by Shema Shah, and repenting to Yahweh by Shema Shah. To all the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh by Shema Shah. Keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong, Yahweh by Shema Shah, and stay humble. And for you for the men out there that ain't teaching and preaching, but still keeping your faith and trust strong, Yahweh by Shema Shah, keep doing what you got to do, man. Not all men of Israel prophets, but we all believers. Well, there's always levels to this, but keep doing what you got to do for to reach salvation. Because, yeah, I mean, if you believe in the Lord, man, hopefully you be saved. It's all up to Yahweh by Shema Shah. And for the few sisters out there taking heed to the warnings, keep your faith and trust strong, Yahweh by Shema Shah. Stay humble, stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order, Yahweh by Shema Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Shalom.